Tonight on Newscenter, California welcomes back its national champions, a professor gives her final lecture, and Winter Color Guard invades the Convocation Center. All this and more next on Newscenter.
Good evening and welcome to CUTV Newscenter for the week of April 2nd, 2015. I'm Catherine Leberfinger.
And I'm Santina Mirren.
California Vulcans women's basketball team won their second national championship last Friday in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tuesday afternoon, the California community finally got to salute their conquering heroes. CUTV's Matt Heggie was on the scene.
The CalU community finally got a chance to honor the women's basketball team's national championship Tuesday as the official team celebration parade was held on California's campus. The parade started across the borough and ended at the Convocation Center where the coaches and players had a chance to speak.
These kids have put in hard work for 7 long months, been through a lot of stuff, and we didn't get really a chance to talk after the game because there was a whole lot of dancing going on and celebrating going on. But just want them to know we're really proud of you guys. We love you guys, and we understand what you've been through. And the way they fought this whole season, especially down the end, is really amazing. And so proud to be their coach.
It was a well-deserved ceremony for a team that defied the odds to reach basketball immortality.
We really appreciate all of your support. It's really kept us going. And it's unbelievable how many guys came out, but it means most to us. For these guys back here, incredible people on and off the court. I love them so much. I'm going to miss them, but hey, coming out on top, no better way.
The Parade of Champions brought out much of the CalU campus and borough community that lined the streets and also packed the Convocation Center.
You know, these kids feel like they're celebrities right now, and they really deserve it. So we appreciate all the support, everybody who showed some love to us throughout the season. Not just at the end, but who was there through the whole thing from the beginning.
There will always be one thing that is for sure. This 2015 championship was fueled by the team striving to win it all for Shanice Clark.
There were some times during this week that we probably shouldn't have won those games, and she showed herself, and I know she's there. So we all love you, Shanice, and we're thinking about you.
All in all, we did it for 44.
With Sioux Falls being 1,200 miles away, attending the game in person was going to be a challenge. However, a community watch party was organized in the Convocation Center during the game. CUTV's Ryan Kaufman has the story.
This past Friday night, the Convocation Center was playing host to the official campus watch party for the 2015 Women's Basketball National Championship. Fans could be seen holding up 4 fingers on their hands to show their love for Shanice and the team. To help the team get ready for the game, a video was sent to them of their fans cheering them along. The CalU Pep Band was also in attendance to help create that game time atmosphere, and to help keep the fans going, the cheerleaders and Blaze kept the energy high. I interviewed the MC for the night, Robert O'Neill, to tell us a bit about the night.
I think this means a lot for the university. It's been a tough year for the girls. Going through the death of Shanice. So this has been a really, really cool experience. Getting to see everyone out here is awesome, everyone out in the support. I think it means a lot for the university and the athletic department. It's fantastic to see the students come out Friday night, come down to the Convocation Center. It's chilly outside, it's snowing, it's late March, and we're all here for a great reason. Hopefully the team can bring home a title, and Shanice is honored tonight.
Hey, can I get a Go Vulcans?
Go Vulcans!
I leave you now with the moment the CalU women's basketball team won the national championship. For CUTV Newscenter, I'm Ryan Kaufman.
Take Back the Night is an annual event for survivors and supporters of sexual violence. It's an opportunity for victims to share their stories in a safe, supportive environment. please consider joining the End Violence Center on Tuesday, April 7th at 5 p.m. in the Carter Hall Multipurpose Room. The SAI Annual Corporation Meeting is Monday, April 13th in Steele Hall Auditorium at 4:15 p.m. Only those eligible to vote and enter the meeting are undergrad, full-time SAI fee-paying students. During the meeting, the 2015-16 budget approval and nominations for the SAI Board of Directors will take place. If you are interested in obtaining a board seat, you must be a member of student government, which includes the House of Reps, in order to be eligible.
In 2007, Carnegie Mellon professor Randy Pausch gave a highly respected last lecture. On Tuesday afternoon, California University bestowed that honor to Carol Sheffield as she delivered a multimedia last lecture reflecting on her life and influences. CUTV's Jennifer Germano has more.
March 31st, Dr. Carol Sheffield gave her last lecture reflecting on her life both personally and professionally.
I'm a strong believer in education. I think people in this day and age, I'll say, probably don't value it as much as my family valued it, but my parents insisted that we go to college, and that was so important to them. So I think they really shaped it. And by the time that it was my turn to go to college, it was a natural thing to do. It wasn't like I had to think about, oh, what am I going to do after I graduate from high school? No, I was going to college, and that was all there was to it.
Carol was smart, committed, and knowledgeable, and as she touched many roles that she played and had here at California University.
As I was growing up, organizations like the NAACP, like our church, gave me opportunities to develop personally, like develop organizational skills and develop leadership skills. So as I was growing up, those were probably the big organizations. My sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, was important to me. So that's another one.
This is the first last lecture for a California University faculty member. It was highly enjoyed by all. For CUTV Newscenter, my name is Jennifer Germano.
The renovation of the Student Union that has been going on since the spring of 2013 is slowly winding down. One of the renovated areas is the dining and eating space. CUTV's Anthony D'Agostino gets the scoop on some of the new offerings.
I'm here in front of where the new Gold Rush and food court will be here in the Natali Student Center. I got a chance to speak with AVI Food Service Director here at CalU, Kieran Nuna, about what new features these dining facilities will have.
I first asked Kieran what varieties of food will be in the Gold Rush.
From comfort level Americana food, which is like a southern barbecue, real equipment right in the front with barbecue professional equipment that people can see, as well as real comfort food that is, hamburgers, hot dogs, all of those things are also there. Then we have a Asian side of the station where anywhere from Chinese to Indian tandoor, which is rarely exist anywhere in the colleges, to hibachis, and all of those things are there as an Asian destination. Then we have a trattoria where not just Italian, but we also have a Mediterranean style of foods, which is very healthy, very good lifestyle. Mediterranean diet is big nowadays, and we have that. And fundamental change we're making over there in the dining room is for anyone who come inside to match their lifestyle, ability to customize, ability to build their own. That option is there as a basic culture in the dining room.
One thing that everyone hates is waiting in long lines. Kieran told me a way that will minimize those lines.
You don't have to stand in line, and again stand in line to pay for it. You can order through your cell phone or any one of the kiosks in the building, which is in multiple locations, or you can go to a cashier. But I would always suggest use your cell phone. You can use your meal equivalency, and you can use your dining dollars, you can use your shop dollars, set up your account, and it's very comfortable to order ahead of time, and it'll text you back when the food is ready.
Having been able to taste the new Gold Rush's food at a special presentation for student government, I'm very excited to be able to come back next year and really see how this all turns out. The construction is nearing its final stages. It should be done in July. And I really hope the students here at CalU are going to enjoy the new special dining services that we will have here at CalU that other universities dream they can have. For CUTV News Center, I'm Anthony D'Agostino.
This week in the Cal Times, be sure to check out extended coverage of the Vulcan Women's Basketball National Championship, the proposed budget, and a story on the theater department's upcoming play. So, Santina, I think the Take Back the Night thing is a wonderful idea. The victims of sexual violence need support from this campus.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I actually work for the End Violence Center, so I'm really excited to get involved this year and just show my support to the victims and survivors of sexual assault.
Coming up next, Damon Matson has your weather report. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome up to the CalU Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson here with your weather headlines for this week. We had a cold start to our week with temperatures down near freezing and a few snow showers in the area around on Monday, but we've seen those temperatures warm up throughout the week as we're seeing temperatures into the 70s today, more like that springtime that we've been waiting to see for the last few months. And the question is, are we going to have rain showers around for your Easter Sunday? Will you be able to go outside and have your Easter egg hunts? I will answer that question and have your full forecast after the break.
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back up to the CalU Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson here with your full forecast for this week. Let's take a look at the almanac from yesterday. As you see, we had an official high of 57, which is actually right around our average for this time of year. Our low temperature was just a little bit below the average, but we didn't get anywhere close to our record high that we set just last year of 78 degrees, thankfully. It was actually pretty nice outside. Looking at your local temperatures throughout the area, you can see we actually have been warming up as we've gone out through the morning so far today. Temperatures could reach close to 70 degrees, but right now we have 56 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Wheeling, but we do have the cold spot up here in the north central part of the state. Du Bois is at 50, and just above them, it's actually down into the 40s and even the 30s up into the mountainous areas here this morning. And I'm talking about that warm-up, looking at the 24-hour temperature change. You can see 20 degrees difference here. Pittsburgh, Du Bois, all the way throughout the state. Johnstown, 21 degrees warmer. So everybody's seeing increased temperatures compared to this time yesterday. Looking at your national temperature picture, we talked about the East Coast temperatures in the 50s and 60s, but we're seeing that cold air start to come into the Mountain West. That could affect us later on this week, so we'll have to enjoy the warmer temperatures while we can. As you can see, 44 in Rapid City and 38 in Denver, but you can still see 72 in Memphis, and again, I talked about that 64 degrees in Pittsburgh. Looking at the 24-hour temperature change, there's those cooler temperatures. This is 19 degrees cooler in Denver, 12 degrees cooler in Rapid City, but once again, the warm-up's still very prominent on the East Coast, 20 degrees warmer in Pittsburgh, and even up into Canada, they're seeing warmer temperatures, 14 degrees warmer in Toronto. Looking at the national radar picture really quick out west, you can see a little bit of a system starting to develop with some of those snow showers throughout the area that could affect us later on in the week. But what we're concerned with right here, as you can see, is these showers in Illinois and Ohio. Right now we're seeing those clouds start to move into the area. As you can see, a couple of bands of precip around in Detroit and even out towards Chicago. But for the most part, we don't have to worry about that till later today. As you can see, staying with the clear skies so far, clouds moving into the area though, as later on tonight we could see these rain showers. Putting that futurecast then for the rain showers into motion here, there's the heavy rain that we're going to see tonight into tomorrow with possibly a half to a quarter of an inch of rain. Saturday we could see those rain showers linger around with a little bit of snow mixed in, but by Sunday on into Monday, we are going to see those rain showers get out of the area and it's going to dry out just a little bit, but by Monday night into Tuesday, we could see that next system move into the area as we could see some showers by Tuesday. Now looking at the rest of the forecast for today, we're going to see those PM showers start to roll into the area probably around 5 or 6 o'clock, but the temperature is going to be beautiful, 71 degrees for a high, so get out and enjoy it while it's sunny. Tonight, we're going to see those rain showers really start to pick up with heavy rain, possibly in the later hours here tonight with possible thunder. If you're going to be up, you might be able to hear that. Low of around 58 degrees. Tomorrow, again, heavy rain throughout the area. We could see thunder possible. If you could be out there, you could hear it. And temperature going to be around 64 for a high. And then looking at your 5-day Calcast again, we're going to see that heavy rain pretty much be in the area here tomorrow and on through tomorrow night. Saturday, we'll see that rain and snow showers in the morning, but that's going to dissipate off to just cloudiness later in the day. For your Easter Sunday, it's actually going to be fairly nice outside. High temperature of around 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies, so you'll be able to enjoy the weather with your friends and family this weekend. And then Monday, we'll see that dry weather continue, temperature warming up to around 65, but by Tuesday, we could see those rain showers coming back into the area as the next system moves in with some rain showers. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. That was your full forecast for this week. We're going to send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Damon. And when we come back, Haley Otaro has your entertainment report. Stay tuned.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV Newscenter provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back to CUTV Newscenter. I'm Haley Otaro with your entertainment report. This past weekend, the Convocation Center hosted the Three Rivers Winter Ensemble Championships. Our own Stephen Mannering was there to cover the event.
The Convocation Center was the hub of activities this past weekend, including the championships of the Three Rivers Winter Ensemble Association, where hundreds of students from various schools across western Pennsylvania gathered to compete. The mission of the Three Rivers Winter Ensemble is to provide a unique performance environment for young men and women participating in the pageantry arts, promote a healthy competitive atmosphere through education and adjudication, and showcase Western Pennsylvania's local pageantry ensembles. By the end of the day, there were 44 performances by over 30 different performing acts, ranging from batons, percussion, drumline, dancers, and color guard. This is the first time an event like this was held at the Convocation Center, but with the successful outcome of the day's championships, this will certainly not be the last. To view the results from over the weekend, or to become involved with Three Rivers, visit trwea.org. For CUTV News Center, I'm Stephen Mannering.
This week in pop culture, the first photos of Teresa Giudice since entering prison in January have been released. Teresa and her family are on the current issue of Us Weekly. The 42-year-old's appearance is quite different from her glamorous appearance she normally has. In the picture, Teresa sports her natural hair and considerably less makeup, and her green jumpsuit while in the visitation room at the Federal Correctional Institution in Danbury, Connecticut. As for how Teresa is handling the prison life, husband Joe says that she does her everyday thing, goes to the gym, and even has a little group she hangs out with. Dance Mom star Abby Lee Miller is bringing her loud East Coast style to the West Coast and is setting up shop in LA. Abby will be leaving her Pittsburgh studio in order to pursue her LA studios. Abby is opening up a branch of dance studios in Santa Monica, which will be known as the ALDC LA. It's only been a day since Disney announced the exciting news that they're going to take on the 1998 animated flick Mulan as their next big screen project, but fans were quick to give their 2 cents on who should take on the lead role. It's not a far-fetched choice when Twitter users jumped on the social media site and began rallying to have Ming-Na Wen play the part of Mulan. Ironically, Ming-Na voiced the character in the original Disney flick herself. She took to Twitter saying she would love to reprise her role for the live-action film. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences announced the nominees for the 67th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards on Tuesday afternoon on The Talk. ABC's General Hospital led the field with an impressive 28 nominations. No stranger to being nominated, Ellen DeGeneres and her daily program were nominated for an impressive 10 awards. The Emmys will come to television on Sunday, September 20th on Fox. Johnny Depp's hand injury prolongs delays on the production of Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales. The production is expected to resume on April 15th on Australia's Gold Coast. Filming shut down for several weeks after Johnny's injury required him to fly back to the U.S. for hand surgery. The expected 2-week delay has now turned into a 4-week delay as Johnny needed to have a pin inserted into one of his fingers. Coming up on the Cal calendar, next Thursday, April 9th, the Civil War Roundtable presents Dr. Jared Peatman to be a guest speaker at this month's roundtable. Jared will discuss his book titled The Long Shadow of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. Anyone interested is welcome to attend this free event. Don't forget that this Friday marks students' last day to withdraw from a class this semester. Also, early registration for the fall 2015 semester runs Monday, April 6th through Friday, April 10th. This week, playing in the Vulcan Theater is the Hobbit Battle of Five Armies. Having reclaimed Erebor and vast treasures from Dragon Smaug, Thorin Oakenshield sacrifices friendship and honor in seeking the Arkenstone, despite Smaug's fiery wrath and desperate attempts by the Hobbit Bilbo to make him see reason. Sauron sends legions of orcs to sneak attack upon the Lonely Mountain. As the date of the Middle-earth hangs in the balance, the races of men, elves, and dwarves must decide whether to unite and prevail or all die. Showtimes are 4, 8, and 11 on select dates.
So you guys, Disney is coming out with all of these remakes with the real people. I know they just released Cinderella last month and now Mulan. When are they going to make a Little Mermaid remake? Ariel's my favorite.
They're making my favorite right now on Beauty and the Beast, and the cast was released 2 weeks ago, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Honestly, I'm just really pumped about Mulan because I love the whole story about behind Mulan. I think that it's really great to send a message all about empowering women and young girls. So
I'm excited.
Thanks, Haley. When we return, Matt Hagee has your sports report. Stay tuned.
Stay connected with CUTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube for new videos. Follow us on Twitter for status updates. Like us on Facebook for updates, videos, and more. CUTV social media. Get connected, stay connected.
One decision, endless possibilities. California University of Pennsylvania opens your mind to more than 130 programs of study. Programs that matter to education, to healthcare, to technology, to the future of our world. California University of Pennsylvania, because the world is waiting for you.
Visit or apply online, calu.edu.
Welcome back to CUTV Newscenter. I'm Matt Hagee with your sports report. The 2014-15 California Vulcans women's basketball season will be remembered forever in Cal U history. Today we look back at the journey to the national championship. The story of the 2014-15 California Vulcans season started with high expectations. A group of experienced girls looked to avenge missing the NCAA regional last season. A tradition of winning has been enriched in the program led by their head coach, Jess Strom. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that journey began on a cold November night. It is basketball season once again at Cal U, and CUTV Sports presents the California Vulcans women basketball PSAC opener against the Mercyhurst Lakers from the Convocation Center. Coming into the game, the Vulcans already had 2 non-league wins in their pocket, and the Vulcans overcame a 9-point first-half deficit against the Lakers and took the PSAC home opener thanks to the play of their heart and soul of the team, Caitlin Protz. Protz recites, puts Clocker on the floor and puts up a shot! My goodness! A bigger test stood the next game against the defending PSAC champion Edinburgh Fighting Scots squad. The Scots looked to avenge a disastrous loss to Cal from the last season on their own home court. Early on, the newest Vulcan, Lana Doran, set the tone by agitating Edinburgh with her aggressive play. It was deja vu again as Cal silenced any doubters with a resounding win over the Fighting Scots and sent a message to the entire PSAC. Building off their impressive win at Edinburgh, California dropped the non-league game to Findlay of Ohio over Thanksgiving break but tore through their final two PSAC West games of 2014 with wins against UPJ at home and Clarion on the road. The Vulcans lost just one game at Bloomsburg during PSAC East crossover play and hung around inside the top 25 rankings. When PSAC West action started up again, the Vulcans welcomed in the only unbeaten team left in the PSAC, the IUP Crimson Hawks. This titanic matchup would decide early control of the PSAC West, and early on it looked like IUP was going to run Cal right out of their own gym.
We saw Stoner beat the double team.
Fairman drives inside. The nice move around Mickey Glenn, and California's going to have to call the timeout as the Crimson Hawks.
The lead seemed insurmountable considering the team IUP was, but the Vulcans clawed back to take the lead in the second half and survived a crazy end of regulation sequence to force overtime. In overtime, Cal unleashed senior Emma Mahadi and went perfect at the free throw stripe to knock off IUP. With first place in California's favor, they traveled a week later up the road to Greensburg to face off against Seton Hill. The Vulcans earned a hard-fought comeback win against the pesky Griffin squad, but little did they know they would face their greatest challenge all season the next day.
Today, the California University community honors the life and memory of Shanice Clark, senior forward for the California University women's basketball team. Shanice played one season for the Vulcans before redshirting this current season after transferring from Santa Fe Community College in Florida. Our thoughts and prayers are with Shanice's family, friends, and loved ones.
Most teams would crumble after the loss of a teammate like Shanice, but this team of fighters only used this as motivation to carry on and succeed. A game after the tragedy, Cal lost again in Erie, but turned around and honored Shanice in the first game back at the Convocation Center.
It's going to be an 11-point win for the Vulcans, 74-63. The emotions, Sierra Barrett, Lana Doran hugging at court, all five players huddling up. A great scene here.
That's wonderful. That is what sport's about right there. After the emotional win over the Rock, California focused in and started playing their best basketball of the season. They annihilated Mercyhurst on their own court and followed that up with yet another thrashing of the Fighting Scots. A rematch with IUP brought talks of revenge, but only came the Crimson Hawks' worst loss at the KCAC in its history.
Mahadi goes underneath to Kukul. Layup in and good, 26-9.
Emma Mahadi just finding Kukul. Kukul off a nice start. Hey, Caitlin, did you just see what happened?
No, I didn't. I was looking over at you, Matt.
No, I didn't see that. Caitlin Protz must have just stole the inbound and put it in. In the stretch, Cal knocked out last place Clarion at home and added another comeback win, this time against UPJ on the road. The final home games of the regular season first saw the Seton Hill Griffins return to Cal, and it looked like the upstart Griffins would take advantage of a mostly ill Vulcan squad. But as they had done all season, despite the illness, California came back and turned a deficit into another blowout win. But the big showdown came 3 days later on Osohe Senior Day against Gannon. Gannon came into the matchup winners of 6 straight against Cal. And after a back-and-forth contest, it looked like it would be clear Gannon would easily get that 7th straight win over California. But the gritty Vulcans came back from 9 points down late to force overtime. But this time, the extra session was not fortunate for the Vulcans, as Gannon spoiled the party with a 69-63 win. It was again another gut-wrenching loss against the Golden Knights. The Vulcans still grabbed the first-round bye with a road win against Slippery Rock in the regular season finale. But for a chance at a PSAC championship, the Vulcans had to go again through the Gannon Golden Knights in the second round of the PSAC playoffs. A venue change brought a louder atmosphere to Hamer Hall. But at first it looked like Gannon was ready to silence the Vulcans again. Another deficit? No problems. California came back from down 10-2 and stood only down 1 at halftime. But the second half belonged to the Vulcans. Using a suffocating defense and fired up crowd, Cal finally slayed the ghosts of Gannon past and moved on to the PSAC semifinals. A trip to Bloomsburg for the Vulcans saw California dominate the host Bloomsburg Huskies in the PSAC semifinals and grinded out a win over Westchester to score the school's first PSAC championship since 2006. But this was only the beginning, as with the successful trip in Bloomsburg, the Vulcans gained rights to host the NCAA Atlantic Regional Tournament as the 1 seed. California opened the tournament with a convincing win over the Virginia State Trojans, and then a hard-fought win against the high-powered West Liberty squad to set up a rematch from a week earlier in the regional final against Bloomsburg. Hamer Hall was alive and ready for a chance at an Elite Eight appearance. Bloomsburg jumped out to a 20-9 lead, but as most scripts went this season, California fought back yet again to tie it at halftime. The second half saw both teams not take advantage of the other's miscues, as 40 minutes was not enough to decide a trip to South Dakota. After falling behind 4 in overtime, Cal stormed back and set up a final possession that would go down for the ages at Cal U.
2 seconds off the clock and now forces Bloomsburg to go farther down the court.
Spot here. California's inbound defense has been great all season. They'll back off for Simmons here, but they gotta guard her. Simmons for a tie. No good. Up in the air. Glenn's got the inbounds. She throws it away. The California Vulcans are headed to South Dakota. And the fans are on the court. The fans are on the court. Cody, can you believe it?
Elite Eight. Hello, California Vulcans.
Despite everything, these band of warriors brought it all together to win the Atlantic Regional Championship and make the Elite Eight. The storybook season made it to Sioux Falls, and California scored an overtime win against Nova Southeastern in the Elite Eight, Emporia State in the Final Four, and completed the dream season with a dominant win over Cal Baptist in the national championship game to make dreams come true for a team and a fan base that has been through so much. No one will ever forget these ladies at Cal. This is a story that has begun to work its way around the country, and these Vulcan women sit at the top of the Division II Women's Basketball Summit. One thing is certain, this championship, this dream, and this season was all done for 44. Guys, what an amazing team. Unbelievable story.
Honestly, just simply incredible.
They truly are an amazing group of women.
And I got to spend it for a week, and I couldn't be more proud to have announced all 3 of those games at South Dakota.
Thanks, Matt. That will do it for this week's edition of Newscenter.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter.
Thank you for watching, and have a great Easter weekend.